up, everybody? We're here with the original OG in the place where it all began, the most exciting interview of the con. We're here with Alessandro, and we're Never Engine, and we're going to talk about NFTs.
Let's do this. So how is it going out there, Alessandro?
Thank you so much for the invite. And yeah, I'm doing great here from Germany, Munich. And yeah, thank you.
Represent.
Absolutely. So, I mean, obviously SpaceBudz were the very beginning of the sales systems. I mean, we've had a lot of really cool sales systems since then, but SpaceBudz had the best sales system right out of the gate. And then it took a while for anyone else to get anywhere near as smooth and well done as SpaceBudz. Tell us about it.
Yeah, sure, of course. So, yeah, I think I started this project back in it was pretty much 1 year ago.
Wow.
And so, I mean, initially a year ago, there was nothing out there on Cardano, but I was already thinking about how I can actually build this stuff. And I went deep into how these tokens will work. I had to read some papers because there was simply nothing out there. And
yeah, you ain't doing a Google search. That's for sure.
Yeah, you had to dig a little bit deeper into it. But then I understood it kind of. So like there's a separation between tokens and contracts. And I was like, okay, I could actually launch my tokens when the Merry Hot fork was back then in March. So I was like, okay, I could actually create my tokens, but I have like 10,000 of them. I just can't make this manually. Like, hey, you want to have a token? Okay, I mint it for you. It just takes too long. And of course, I wanted to make it very seamless, and I wanted to have this feeling of a contract. So it's like, okay, you pay and you get something back.
Mm-hmm.
Just like
and then
that.
I really thought about it, and I came up with a very cool system and idea. Yeah, I'll probably not talk about the technical stuff too much, but
you can get a little bit.
Just because we don't understand doesn't mean we don't
still like
hear
hearing about it. We get good vibes.
However deep you want to go.
So yeah, so basically like the most modern systems we have, like NFT Maker, IO, and it works pretty similar to this one, but I had it back then pretty much.
Yeah.
I used my Raspberry Pi, my little Raspberry Pi that also produces my blocks. I used the same device to actually make this happen.
That's a hard-working little guy you got.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a crazy journey, and I didn't expect at all that this will be so huge.
You can't. I mean,
create a project.
You can't have that expectation. So
not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. I just created a project. I wanted to build something cool, learn about the technology, and create some cool NFTs. And then this blew up basically.
I just think it's like there's so many messages I get from the universe as we're going forward in this space. And one of them to me has always been that little, like the most adorable, cool space explorers are our literal space explorers. Like they are, going forth to find the progress,
Yeah.
That's right.
I wonder how many SpaceBudz tattoos there are at this time, because
that's a good question. We should
I'm about to get one.
I don't know how many there are, but what was kind of mind-blowing to me, I think 3 days after the sale, or maybe 4, there was the first guy who had already a tattoo. I was like, oh wow. He really believes in this project. This was crazy, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, the artwork is great. I mean, so many really cool things. It started off so strong, and then it kind of went silent for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Cool silent runnings, and then suddenly out of nowhere, boom! Smart contract marketplace.
Oh yeah,
and
that's how I do stuff. I just, I mean, I made the sale, and then I was like, okay, I built the marketplace now, and I was like, okay, I need some stuff. I need a wallet. I created Nami wallet, and because
I know. Yes, oh my god, I completely forgot. I mean, how?
That's huge.
Oh, yeah, it was necessary. Otherwise, there would have been no interaction between the marketplace and how I just
there continues to. We're still waiting for somebody else to come along.
Customization.
Yeah, Nami is really pushing the space forward. Big time. The marketplace, SpaceBudz marketplace is. I wanted to show it off because you just hit version 2 of this marketplace, which is
Yeah, and I think it's important to somebody like Alessandro that's like literally doing this by himself. I mean, at least mostly, you got to have some time where you hunker down and work, but also without completely losing your mind.
I think so.
Oh yeah, it's yeah, I have to admit I sometimes get a little bit obsessed with this stuff because
Yeah.
it's the only way how I was able to achieve it, because I went deep into it. I mean, it looks simple. It looks kind of simple. You just have these options to buy, click a button, that's it. But to get to this level, it took a lot of work. You had to deeply think about it. I had to learn a couple programming languages and had to go very low level bytecode stuff and all this things.
Get real deep in there.
So you know Haskell?
Yeah.
Is that the jazz of the programming languages? I learned that from a webcomic.
Yeah, I mean, people hate it, but
people hate jazz too sometimes.
But here's the fun thing. So I'm actually still officially a computer science student, and
Yes,
in my first semester, I learned Haskell. So in my very first one. So this was around 3 years ago, maybe 3.5 years ago. Before that, I had no programming experience. So I just learned almost Haskell as my first language, and I was like, "Yeah, this is fun, but I don't know what I can do with it, basically." But okay,
Yeah.
and then now it all makes sense suddenly. Okay, now I have Cardano.
It's all falling into
all
place,
your background
right?
led you to this point to be in the place you should be.
That's
it's crazy because I had some kind of advantage over others because I understood this language, and I was like, okay,
you came into it with your eyes open. That's really wonderful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't, but I mean, I could tell that you were, young, but you're like a prodigy. It's crazy. Sorry, I don't want to make you blush.
That's true. Okay, well, maybe you could tell us a little bit about version 2 of SpaceBudz, because that's like the hot thing. Not SpaceBudz, the marketplace, of course.
Sure. I mean, there's not a lot of difference from version 1 to version 2, but from the UI side, there is. Like, I added these prices. It's directly all these information are fetched from the blockchain. So there's no server involved or anything to get these prices. And you can click on one of them. You can.
I'll click on the most expensive one. 3 million ADA.
Yeah. So you can connect your Nami wallet at the top right, and just click a button. Then it's connected. Then you can just go ahead and basically buy the SpaceBudz if you have that ADA.
If I had 3 million ADA, oh no, insufficient balance.
Oh, dang it! I could have sworn I had just gotten $3 million.
But yeah, it's basically the whole logic runs in your browser. So if you click on the buy button, the whole transaction is created in your web browser. Then this transaction is given to Nami wallet, which signs it, and you have, of course, you see what you sign. So you say, you buy it, you get the SpaceBudz, but you have to pay this amount. Okay, I signed this one, and then it is submitted to the blockchain. There's no reliance on any third party or anything. It is really just you and the blockchain. So it's peer-to-peer, really. And
it really gives you a good readout when you do click it. Like, you have to confirm. It doesn't just happen. You can't accidentally do this. You have to enter your password to do any of these steps. It's pretty cool. It feels good to use.
And I adore the overall approach of it, like the fact that you can bid and buy now, like that there's
it's got a lot going
sides
to it.
Of that.
Yeah.
So what's next?
Probably something secret.
That's a good question. I'm kind of spontaneous. I got actually some I wanted to take a little break, just not
you
work
deserve
that hard.
Honey.
But there are coming in some very interesting ideas, and who knows?
How it is.
Maybe I put something cool out there. I don't talk much, but
no.
just put it out when it's there.
it's a big splash when it comes out, definitely.
I mean, that being spontaneous about it is the best way that you're gonna be like in flow with everything that's happening, and
Yeah,
actually doing not just trying to like inflict your will upon the world, but like just vibing off of what's actually happening too.
exactly. Yeah, I really like to explore stuff. I just want to see what is possible with this technology and see what I can personally achieve with it. It's just what keeps me up and motivated.
A lot of people are, looking at NAMI and thinking this is something that my sales system can connect with and can, have elevated functionality because of the work that you did with NAMI. One example, obviously, is Dead Pixels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Adrian is really
An amazing sales
doing a lot with it.
experience, amazing website, like
Very special. That's like a tool that's available now.
it is. Yeah, I really like his design. I really like the Dead Pixels, and he's doing a great job for sure.
Yeah, and with everybody doing, like, it just goes to show how much having curiosity and just prizing, putting curiosity as the thing in front of you will give you so much. You were just trying to learn and to explore, like you said, and
Yeah.
you made some awesome explorers to help you, and everyone
Yeah,
said, I
that's
want to explore too.
yeah, that's SpaceBudz basically. Just my way of exploring and doing things, and that's my product. That's SpaceBudz.
That's hot. We
Getting
like
out
it.
there. Okay, so switching gears. When you're taking a break, what do? What's your not?
Yeah, what are you gonna do on your break?
Yeah, what were you trying? What's fun?
Good question.
I don't know anymore.
It's hard to know at this point.
I forgot to do what to do in life. No. Well, I would like to travel. Would do. Well, with Corona right now, it's maybe a little bit difficult, but I would definitely travel a little bit more and just maybe do a little bit more. Go a little bit more into the gym again.
Feel that.
taking care of
That
it.
makes you feel good,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well-
just do something with friends and all the stuff. But yeah.
It's time.
But
I'm
I
hoping
mean,
you'll
like,
figure it out.
I mean, I enjoy my work as well, so this is fun too. I don't know. It's hard to say what is fun.
No doubt. I mean, it's definitely fun. I mean,
You've pretty much been working. Well, I mean, you started a year ago, so you basically just been working for a year straight, and you're a student on top of that.
yeah, I can't even believe that. Like, I did not realize that.
Or is it just technically?
Yes. I'm still enrolled, but I don't know right now if I'm gonna finish, honestly.
Pause. Yeah.
It's hard, actually. I'm just missing the bachelor thesis, to be honest. But
There's so much time. I mean, you got to go with what's happening, in my opinion. So I could see either one, but I definitely feel like this is a time to go full in SpaceBudz.
yeah, I definitely have like the resources and the capital for it. It's not like I have a huge risk right now.
Yeah.
And I mean, even if I would have my degree, I would do exactly the same as I do right now. So it wouldn't change anything. I mean, you guys wouldn't see me differently, like,
No,
he has a
exactly.
bachelor degree.
Yeah. No, it would not matter. It only matters for you.
Yeah, so yeah. But so I'm officially still a student, but I'm just doing stuff in Cardano at the moment, really.
Heck
Cardano's
yeah, you're
where
a
it's
student
at.
of the universe. You're a
The
student
metaverse.
in the Cardano NFT space.
Exactly.
So a lot of community support for SpaceBudz, for Nami Wallet, for you in general.
Yeah,
I
you
would
feel
say.
the love. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
how has that been? How has that felt?
Yeah, initially it was interesting. Like I didn't know how to handle it really, but
Heck
it
yeah.
took me a little while. But now I'm way more confident, and I really enjoy it somehow. It's awesome to have people behind you that really like your work, and it's motivating for sure.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And I mean, I think it's just like a really special point in time that all these people have gathered here together that have so much in common and dig so many of the same things. It's like usually making art, you don't get so much response, but here it's like there's so much potential, just period.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, what is something that has like surprised you the most about being in this space,
That's a good question.
about doing all of this?
Well, I would actually say it is a pre-sale. I really didn't expect that people would actually buy it. I thought that only people on Ethereum are that crazy. And especially because I didn't make any marketing. I was like, here's my product. And
Yeah, just kind of stumble on it, right?
I think we were all waiting.
Later, and like 3 days later, this thing was sold out, and I just didn't know how to handle it. And it was like, wow. And then, I mean, Charles Hoskinson reached out to me. I never expected this at all.
No,
Fast.
This was
that would have been surprising.
Like
just getting a message from Charles. I think that would be very surprising.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, we're very proud of you. I mean, I feel gratitude to you that I am not working at the job I was working at now. Like, I'm just glad that someone really awesome sort of started a foundation here.
It's a very good foundation. I mean, it was the project, the sales system to measure against for the first month, 2,
and that's
3.
important. In that, firsts aren't important, but in this way they are, because it's like the seed of the community in a way. It's like the beginning of.
And there were 10,000 of them, so there were plenty. People had them, you know. They were out there. It wasn't 1,000. It wasn't 100. It was a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we got our start in the community to an extent. I mean, it was the first NFT we ever bought.
Yeah.
On Cardano, definitely. SpaceBudz. Yeah, we got them from the sale page, and the rest is history. But it got us on a roll, and we did a little fan art animation thing, and
inspired by Roadrunner.
It was part of our gateway into this community. So
and everybody's story too.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, one thing I've been trying to ask people is like, what is something you think that this community, it helps to have an intention for what we want to build here. And as everything is kind of evolving and we're entering like a new stage in CNFTs, what is an adjective or like a descriptive word that you would use to describe what something you hope the community keeps or, works toward?
I think there are multiple, but
yeah, you can give multiple.
I would say it's exploring, working together. Well, it's not an adjective, but
yeah, that's right.
Working together and just also healthy competition. Like, you should not just wait for the projects to put out new stuff, but also have your own way of doing things. Make your project unique from others, and don't just copy the other one. I think if we just have some healthy competition, we push each other and just make the space even more great.
Yeah, I mean, pushing the envelope. You just list off people who are pushing the envelope. I mean, there's so many folks in this space who are doing something totally new that no one ever has done before,
and learning new things.
Yeah,
like you did, to be able to do to do more with it. Challenge, forcing growth upon yourself to help it grow better.
Yeah, I mean, we really need more of these projects, because then we get to the next level for sure.
Oh yeah, a lot faster.
Yeah.
And like the collaboration that has happened here has been like nothing I have experienced in my entire life. To have people giving like constructive criticism all the time, always having the standard be to hold a mirror up to each other and know that it's not like a hater or something. It's like, this is how we can be better than just ourselves is if we have each other to do that. I think those are very good answers, and I support that.
So I had a question. This is another kind of off the wall one, but what piece of advice would you give yourself 6 months ago, a year ago, maybe?
I want to know that.
If you could go back.
Not that you would.
Exactly.
I would, yeah. It's awesome to be in this position right now. But what advice? Just keep doing things. Just don't worry too much, and yeah, I mean,
advice.
You just get used to uncomfortable situations. It's still normal at one point, and
yeah,
first time for everything.
If you don't let yourself get too attached to the situation and you just go through it, and I mean, it really is. It does come down. People act like it's so much about who's talented. That comes into the picture, but it's more about who's going to stay, who's going to keep doing the thing, even when it's uncomfortable or embarrassing or whatever.
Difficult, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So much innovation, so many possibilities. Kind of just feels like they're just in the air right now, and you just gotta be here and be a part of the community and reach out and try something new. And if you fail or if you fall, if you're doing it earnestly, I feel like this community will be there to catch you and be okay with it.
Yeah. The more you worry about if something's going to be wrong, the more likely it is to be wrong.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah. As long as you're being good.
Yeah, there's definitely some caveats.
Yeah. Have more people started working on SpaceBudz? How's that going?
Is there a team, or is it just the man himself here?
Yeah, that is a good question, actually, because I still see a lot of posts sometimes. Oh, SpaceBudz team is doing such a great job, but it is just me.
The A team,
and
right?
Of course, I don't. Of course, I have a co-founder, and he's actually he maybe doesn't get all the attention, but back then, 1 year ago, he was reaching out to me. So his name is Zeke. Maybe you know him.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Shout out to Zeke.
What up, Zeke?
Yeah, Zeke. All right.
He reached out to me and wanted to have a platform called SpaceBudz already back then.
So he knew.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, and he wanted to have it on Ethereum, but I pushed him to do it on Cardano.
Nice.
So he's the NFT guy.
We needed each other. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's the NFT guy, and I was the technical guy. So it was perfect match. And so he got his NFTs, and I got my technology stuff. We combined it and created SpaceBudz on Cardano.
Worked out.
But he's not a tech guy, so I built everything, the whole website. I built Nami. I built the marketplace. I did everything.
Wow.
So there is no real team behind it. Even if I say all the time on
team, you gotta say it.
On Twitter, I always say we built this marketplace. But I refer to actually mostly
me, myself, and I, and Zeke.
And
that's fair, though. You're the entity of SpaceBudz, right?
Yes.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's really
interesting. Well, maybe someday I will get some people. I have some plans, and maybe make the brand cooler, get some nice designs, and make the website.
It's a powerful brand.
I want some merch.
It's got
some
legs,
merch for sure. Yeah, merch, definitely.
Yeah, a little space guy with a helmet on and everything.
And just the eccentricities within it, just so many. There are SpaceBudz holding wine. There, we have fishbowl heads. It's so much in there. It's not your stereotypical space explorer.
So obviously, smart contracts just launched 5 weeks ago, pretty early in the space. Cardano has not had NFTs for even a year yet. What do you see in the future in your crystal ball, which is just off screen, I'm sure?
Yeah. Just look to the side a little.
Okay, I do.
Magic.
Any
well,
predictions?
it told me, yeah, it will be a bright future for sure. Of course, it's very early days, and I mean the marketplace is working great, but for a developer itself, it's kind of difficult right now. It's so early that there are not good libraries. I mean, I
I
personally
know.
went really deep into it. That's why I understand it. But if you just want to say, "Oh, I build a contract now on Cardano," you will have a hard time. But I think all the stuff, if this evolves, Cardano will be great because the contract model itself is superior to the one on Ethereum. And other blockchains.
Interesting. Can you tell us why?
Oh yeah.
In what way it's
Um,
superior?
it-
You know, or if it's
It basically lies in the nature of the UTXO model. It's just that everything is local and not global. So what I mean by this is on Ethereum, you have, if you make a transaction, you basically have access to everything on the whole blockchain. But at the same time, there could be like multiple transactions changing the state. And at the moment when you put the transaction on the blockchain, there could already have been a state transition to something else, and then, well, your transaction could fail.
Oh
And
man.
on Cardano, on the other hand, everything is local. So you know exactly if you submit this transaction at this time, exactly this is happening on the blockchain as well. So you know the outcome already before you submit it. And that's a huge advantage.
that's powerful, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in general, it's just kind of better to do things locally, you know,
Yeah, think locally, not
and
globally,
community
right?
wise, you know, because it's so hard. You can't be in all the places.
That's really
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, it's cool to get a little peek under the hood.
Yeah, and what we wouldn't understand if we looked.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
not
mean,
going too deep into that, but basically, local is mostly stuff that is in combination with functional programming, and the whole UTXO model itself is some kind of functional thing, and that's why Cardano is working so great with Haskell, because, well, it's a pure functional programming language.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and that's why, I mean, it's just like we always see it all throughout Cardano is the methodical long-term approach. And so I'm glad you hunkered down here.
imagine if that had launched on Ethereum.
It would be.
Would even
it would be-
anyone know?
I think it would
I mean,
be-
it's beautiful
it was-
art. I'm sure
I think it would be.
fine,
I
but
think it would have been a
like,
huge
you know?
trend, but it might not have been able to be. I mean,
Didn't have the wide open space of Cardano to, like, you know, blow up, I think.
to give it
Yeah.
everything that it deserved. Yeah.
That was also one of the reasons why I didn't want to launch on Ethereum, because I would be just one of the many thousands of projects.
That's how we felt. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I mean, on Cardano, no one is doing anything. It's just, I have no competition.
We can
I just
chill.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can hang out and talk.
And I really can't get over that you started 5 months before Mary hard fork.
You were in
So you were
the
like,
know.
you were ready
Yeah.
when it happened, huh?
For sure.
So
I mean,
when that hard fork happened, what did you have to do to then, like, go from what you had created beforehand to launch? Like, what was left?
Mm-hmm.
so, of course, first of all, I had to understand the idea of these native tokens, because on Ethereum, I was really into Ethereum, and it was
Mm-hmm.
some
I
kind
mean,
of hurdle for me to get over to understand it, how it works on Cardano. So I was thinking, okay, what is an NFT on Cardano? Okay, so a token that it has quantity of 1, and I have to find a way to restrict it, that it stays at quantity 1,
Right.
and you have a proof that it is the case. And of course, without smart contracts, I thought maybe it's not possible, but we have some
We were all
very
wondering.
simple
Yeah.
we have some very simple scripting capabilities like time locking, and I was like, oh, this could work. Just limit the time until when you can mint, and then you have a proof. You can't mint anymore, and then the token stays at the supply as it is. And then the next thing was, okay, now I have the idea of an NFT, but there's still metadata missing. And how can I create this link? And that was probably the biggest thing I created. Like, maybe the marketplace is bigger, but the metadata standard,
Wow.
every browser is using it. I created that one for SpaceBudz.
No way.
Even before for the berries, for the first 100 tokens on
Of course,
Cardano.
yes.
Berry, steak the berry.
So this was like an idea of how I would create these metadata. And then I talked with Smog from Pool PM, who got the award today. So
yes, very nice.
And he
Connected us.
integrated it. And then I think it was a week or 2 weeks after I launched SpaceBudz, I saw my first SpaceBudz on the Pool PM Explorer, and this was awesome.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
right. Things that come populating in.
Yeah.
And it was a lot easier to find things back then. It was like
Yes, yeah.
see everything
Just
that
nothing,
happened.
and then SpaceBudz.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I basically created this metadata standard, and it's now like an official thing. It's part of the Cardano.
We finally learned it.
That's so
We finally, I
powerful.
mean, not like learned it, but we learned how to do it.
It took us a while to understand metadata. You know,
Yeah.
we came at it from completely not technical
Yeah.
direction,
Exactly.
like total opposite.
Yeah.
So it was like it took us months before we could like make metadata to give to our mentors on our own.
Yeah.
But we can do it now.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good.
Awesome.
Thank you. And now
I actually tried to keep it as simple as possible because of that reason. So people could, even if they have not that technical knowledge, to do it, basically.
it's
Yeah.
definitely got an intuitiveness about it. Just you know, we've had a lot going on.
Yeah, we don't know what we're doing, so it's hard.
Exactly. I have a question for
Yeah,
you
yeah.
that may be hard to say, and you don't have to choose because I know it might be like choosing your children, but I want to know what your favorite space bud is, or like maybe at least your favorite character type or something.
Something favorite accessory. You
Yeah,
got any favorites
just
in there?
just like a thing you love.
I think I don't even own my favorite SpaceBudz.
That'll happen.
But I have a few cool ones for sure. I would like to have a Dino, of course, but I don't have
We're right
one,
there with you, buddy.
Yes.
But regardless, like if we don't consider price or like rarity,
Yeah.
I like the ones with the ice sword. Actually, these look pretty cool.
The ice, yeah.
Mm.
I have to get one of these. I tried to catch one recently on the marketplace.
yeah.
They're
Try to
actually
catch
kind of expensive.
Sword. Yeah,
They're out there
I've
exploring.
heard that. Yeah, that they're a little expensive. I'm trying to see if I can find it so we can look.
They're
at
out
it.
there exploring and making their own way and making their own money. They're too cool for school now. They can't be caught as easily.
Yeah, there are some listed out there, but it's expensive.
It's a lot.
Maybe.
What's gonna happen? Where is it gonna go? Oh man.
I know. Yeah, who even knows?
What's it gonna be like in a year? What's it gonna be like in 10 years?
It's gonna be $1 million.
Anything.
Who knows?
No, who even knows? Cardano, the whole thing. It's
It's
like
surreal in a way.
It's still like such a little seedling, you know,
it
just
is.
sprouting out.
So many directions
Yeah.
that it could take.
It's a rocket, and we don't know where it's pointed. We're just getting on, right?
Mhm.
It's going somewhere
But
good.
I think I achieved something pretty cool recently. I don't show price actually, but there was this Dino sold for 510,000 ADA.
Yes, I
Which is $1
saw.
million.
Yes, we were talking about
The
that.
$1 million
yeah.
price.
And it was added to a Wikipedia article.
Oh yeah!
So it's part of the 30 biggest NFT sales.
What?
in history.
Whoa!
I did not even realize that.
We're definitely going to say that.
There's only Ethereum.
That's
like,
above that.
Sales on Ethereum, and now there's a single one, Cardano.
Oh,
We got there.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's huge.
It
That's
is, and it's the first of many. I mean, Ethereum, it's been around for a long time. Cardano is the new hotness.
Yeah.
So
And we're not
Yeah.
killing the environment.
there's a lot of good reasons. Yeah. So what is it about Cardano that brought you in? Besides, the competition obviously was lesser here, but what else grabs you?
Just the vision and the community and just how the technology works. It's just so much better. If you understand it, there's no way going back. It's simple.
To me, it's like in society, a lot of times we address a symptom of a problem instead of addressing like the root of the problem. And with Cardano, it feels like we're addressing the roots of problems, like with the way that they do things. It's like more straightforward instead of like dancing around for no reason or for money.
Exactly.
Or whatever,
Totally.
Yes.
I'm glad to be here.
Okay, so we have some other maybe more off the wall questions for you.
Oh, yeah.
So this is one that we like to ask anybody new that we've never talked to before on a stream like this. So what's in your fridge? What's in that refrigerator? We want to hear the highlight of the refrigerator.
Yeah.
It tells it's a fun glimpse.
Something you've been drinking on or snacking on.
Yeah.
So I'm not living alone. I'm still living with my parents and my brother. So it's there's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
I do not have many personal stuff in there, honestly. I probably
you haven't had time to go to the grocery.
I have to quickly find a translation for it.
We can find out what it really is.
I don't even know what it's called. It's
wait with
a Munich delight.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Can you give us a hint?
I don't know. Is it called like quark? Eating quark?
Quark?
No, wait. Google is showing me like this. It's not a translation.
Is it a drink?
Is it
food?
No.
Okay,
is it a vegetable?
Wait.
Is it bigger than a bread box?
Is it bigger than a bread box?
Okay, I don't know. Google is not translating it to me properly, but it's just saying quark to me.
I like it.
It's a mystery, but
like the atomic particle.
No. I thought, that's what I thought. what it means, but
y'all would.
Why does it though? It doesn't Google translate it.
Google can't help you with the CNFTs or quark.
I don't know.
Right? I don't know if I embarrass myself now, but curd. Like
cheese curds or something? Is it a cheese?
Yeah, we know about that here.
Like you can eat it with a spoon. Like
yeah.
Is it
kind of sweet, but not?
Is it cottage cheese?
Yeah,
that's what I'm imagining.
Yeah, me too.
So I don't know if we're getting there.
I hope it is what
I didn't know this would be the stumper. Sorry.
Yeah.
We'll leave it there.
Okay.
Sounds great.
We got close to it. I feel like we got a sense of it.
Definitely.
It's always fun to
we like to get a little weird.
Get a little weird with it sometimes. Exactly.
So don't feel bad.
Now, is Halloween like a thing in Germany?
Yeah, actually it is. Yeah.
Okay, well that's cool. So any plans this year?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Going to a party. Nothing planned yet, but
gotta do it. We don't have anything planned specifically either, but
Alessandro's dressed like a punk rocker. He's in all black.
Yeah, exactly.
He's dressed like the creator of SpaceBudz.
I would actually like to get a spacesuit. I have to get that for my.
I mean, that was kind of what
you
in my head when I asked.
You would look good in that. Oh man, please do that.
I have to put something out there for sure.
That would be amazing.
That's
because I mean, you literally are the SpaceBudz. Like, I mean, you were the one out there.
The original
exploring.
spaceman on Cardano.
Yeah, you definitely got to do that. Do you have any advice that you would give to people that are new to the scene?
That's interesting.
People that are like creating now,
like new NFT creators.
Touched it.
Yeah.
I would say not looking too much at the price, and especially in the NFT space, just don't like. I see people complaining about floor price not going up of a project. Just don't invest because you want to make money. Just
No.
buy
Yeah.
something you like and think about what you invest in. Is it ADA or any NFTs on Cardano? Just think about why this whole thing even exists in first place, and don't just think about price and hoping that it goes up. So this would be my advice, and maybe try to get involved. Maybe find something interesting. There's so much you can do, and this is very, very early. Although we have some cool stuff already, but
Yeah.
it's nothing. Like
It seems big to us, but it's so tiny in the grand scheme of things. And when you put it with other things.
Yeah, there's lots of good space. I think getting involved is a really key point. And that's one that we've shared as well. You know, there's Twitter spaces, which are kind of like sweeping the space right now. It's like all about them Twitter spaces. Go to a Twitter space. If you're new, you want to meet some people.
Go
We
talk.
got really awesome people, and they want to talk to you. Weirdly enough, it's true.
Yeah. This is a place where we're all like actually being able to geek out about things that we haven't ever been able to geek out with other people about. And it's like, that's the
like
vibe.
environmental sustainability. We love that.
For sure.
Hey, wow. We've been at this for 41 minutes already. The time has absolutely flown by. We're coming right up towards the end. Is there anything that we want to make sure that we hit on before we before we call this thing? Anything left?
I'm so glad. I've been so happy this whole weekend. Like, this is such a special celebration, and it would not have been as nearly as amazing without you. And I'm really glad that.
Thank you.
And you deserve that break. You better take a break, like to some extent.
I try. Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, and especially picking me up on the spontaneously. Yeah, it was just.
You were always on the schedule.
We were always thinking about it, but it just somehow.
I know. It was like always on schedule, but it was kind of.
Oh man,
I forgot it.
Which.
That's my crazy space accessory.
Yeah, we got some cool stuff lying around here to show off.
Awesome.
Okay, cool. Oh, I did want to say this is not live. This was like we're going to be broadcasting it, and it'll seem live
because it did just happen.
It's happening the day that we're broadcasting it, but we had to because it's late in Germany right now.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. I know it's late. Yeah, it's probably like 10 p.m. or something.
Yeah, it's almost 11, but if we had done it like at 24 UTC, 2 p.m.
That would have been.
Can you do it at 2 in the morning? Well, we really appreciate your time. This has been really it's been delightful.
A delight, to be sure. And we've been wrapping it up with something, a tradition. Where we put our hands in the middle and say cnftcon.
Right. So if you join us.
All right.
Here we go. Ready? So 1, 2, 3.
cnftcon. SpaceBudz.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, this is killer. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much. It was fun talking to you.
You too.
All right.
He wants it to air.
Okay, we're no longer recording. All right, we done it.
Great.
Nailed it.
Yeah, we're doing 3 interviews in a row.
The time flew.